Okay, everybody, we're about to start this thing up. As you come in, please do me a favor. Smash the like button, especially tonight. It's important. Hit the like button. All the interaction with the algorithm, it's important. So if you're coming in, if you're already in, just smash the like button. And with that said, we're going to go ahead and start this thing. What's up, everybody? Hopefully you all are having a great Sunday weekend. It's been a very busy weekend for me with the moving, but hopefully this time next week I will, well, not hopefully, I have no choice. I will be in the other place this time next weekend. So yeah, we got 2 super chats coming right out to get with Fast Eddie. Let me do the introductions and then we'll jump into the super chats, Fast Eddie, and yeah, because I got a lot to say about this movie because I had to be very vague in my spoiler-free review, and DJ did his review.
That's how it was Wednesday night.
Yeah, you had to be very vague because there's a lot of stuff. And I watched a spoiler-free. I listened to the Christian Harloff podcast, and it's spoiler-free, and he legit spoiled Supergirl in the movie. And I'm like, bro, he's like, well, it's not a spoiler. She's in the IMDb. How many people are going to look at the IMDb, bro?
Yeah,
like that's a spoiler, right, man.
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be like a free-form discussion. I think, much like the internet, we're mixed on this panel. Some of us like it, some of us not so much like it. Danny threw his shirt in the trash. He's like, I'm gonna go return it to Walmart. You know, like screw that movie. So, I mean, we can start with Danny. I think, yeah. Let's start with Danny because I think
you want to do super chats first.
Yeah, okay, we can do super chats first. Yeah, okay, all right. Fast Eddie threw in $5 super chat. This movie was good. It has its flaws. It reminds me of Superman the animated series. Mr. Terrific was a breakout star. I agree with everything you said. I think it's exactly like the animated series and the comic books, and that's one thing that I like about it. I'm going to get in further detail with that. Fast Eddie's second super chat is, I did not like the way they introduced Supergirl. Wasted. Saying the B word. However, I can't believe they went with the Russian roulette scene. Okay, look, you have the right to like it or dislike it, but that's the way she is in the comic book.
Yeah, she's kind of a loose cannon, a wild teenager.
If you read the Michael Turner run of Supergirl, and this is again something I could not put in my spoiler-free review. I plan on doing a separate topic. Tomorrow I'm doing a video on the Jarrell stuff, which seems to be people are losing their mind over that for some reason. And the Supergirl stuff, I'm doing a separate video on that. But if you read the Michael Turner's comic book of Supergirl, in that she is very much a wild cannon party animal because this is a girl who just saw her planet and her entire family die. She's going to different planets with the red sun so she can get high, get drunk, and take away that PTSD. They introduced her that way because that's the way she was when she first arrived in the comic book. And depending on what iteration of the comic book you're talking about, that's the way she was. And her movie is going to be her character development getting away from that. So they're introducing her as this someone who is a party animal.
Party girl.
It's all just a cover up for the trauma that
issues that she's
dealt with. Because you guys got to understand, when Clark was sent to Earth, he was a baby. She was already a teenager when she got sent. She knows, she remembers her family. She remembers Krypton.
I get that though. But how many people know all this, like the lore that you know, that's how she is, right? So if you're trying to introduce this character to a new audience that just knows the movies, right?
100%.
And the only Supergirl they really know maybe is a TV show. I can't really talk about the TV show because I didn't really watch it. Besides the Smallville version, right? That was a little bit of a rebel as well. But if you're going back to the old, I know, crappy movie from back in the day, right?
Yeah,
it's nothing like that. So you introduced that character saying the B word, and you know how social media nowadays, where they quickly are to react on that. It's not a great
No,
get it for the fans that know the lore, yes. But for those that didn't, it was like, come on, really? Here we go again.
Perhaps instead of saying they wasted her cameo, maybe saying I didn't like that. Let's see where they go with it. Because to come out and just say you wasted it, well, how do you know? You don't know anything about the character. Just like the Jarrell thing. I see people losing their mind. Oh, they bastardized Jarrell. Did you guys not watch season 3 of Smallville? Because it was the same storyline.
Yeah.
Where Clark thought that Jarrell was like this massive dictator taking over the planet. Yeah. So, like, the people that are complaining, I ask you, do you know anything about Superman? It's all right not to like it, but the story's not finished. This is nothing but the first episode of a very long story, So, again, maybe not say they wasted Supergirl because they didn't have to put Supergirl in there anyway, but they did because we're going to see her character development over the movie, her own movie.
And her coming in even explains more about Krypto on that.
Yes. 2 more super chats and then we'll get into it. The movie, Red came in with $5 super chat. The movie was awesome. Who watched the movie wearing, I wore this to the theater. Dude, there was this black guy that went in there dressed in the full outfit. Bro, he had the cape, the boots. His girlfriend had this shirt on, and his baby, he had like a little toddler baby dressed in the Superman outfit too.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. And then he was taking pictures with fans after the movie. Michael Joyce doing $5 super chat. I loved it too. Going to see it again. Me and my friend talking about going to see it in a drive-in too. That's cool, man. That's cool. Like I said, I got tickets to go see it on Tuesday, $5 movie day, and yeah, I want to go see it tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. But all right, Danny, break the silence, buddy. And Danny got that look like, man.
He's caught the rate of fire.
I didn't hate it, but I'm not in love with it. Like I've seen that you and DJR. I think it should name it Superboy, better Superman, because he seemed more immature. Seemed like he wasn't in some parts to me, like he wasn't too confident in himself. I like the Clark Kent version better than the Superman version. I didn't care for. I know Supergirl does that. I didn't care if I had that introduction. I don't think I would have done that. Her being looking like an alcoholic and drunk. I just wouldn't have done that. But I know it's lore. I know, like you say, I watch all of Smallville, and I know that Jarrell at sometimes can seem very dictator-like. But we were used to seeing how compassionate and concerned they were in the original Superman with Clark Kent. I mean, with Christopher Reeve, and we then went and saw how Russell Crowe was playing Jor-El. They seemed to be very honorable and all this kind of stuff, and didn't say the kind of stuff that we saw in this one. Not saying that it's not lore, but I just didn't particularly care for that.
But to be fair, Jor-El never said that. Lex said he said that.
Yeah, but I thought they said that the video was authentic.
He could be wrong. He could be 100% wrong.
Even Mr. Terrific said concurred with him.
Hey, Mr. Terrific doesn't mean he's right. Because remember, in Smallville, they had the right translation for the words in the cave, and that turned it out being wrong translation too. So just because Mr. Terrific said, "Oh yeah, it's legit," I know these people, doesn't mean he's wrong.
Okay. Well, based on what we've seen so far, it appears that they're not. They had an agenda as well that wasn't honorable. I didn't like that, even them playing with that. I think Mr. Terrific was definitely a breakout star. I liked him. Guy Gardner, he was kind of sort of did not like Hawk Girl.
I loved Guy Gardner, man.
Until she dropped the guy. Then I was like, okay, good branding points for her. I think the guy did Lex was fantastic. The part where he started crying at the end, that really got to me. I'm like, yeah, he's really killing it. But the part where Superman was fussing, they're kind of yelling at him in Lex's office, it just didn't move me. It didn't move my needle emotionally one way or the other. Because I'm used to seeing Superman. I like the version of Superman from Man of Steel because he seems to be a badass. This guy didn't seem to be a badass. I know, and of course, he he saved the squirrel and he saved the little girl, that kind of stuff. That is definitely Superman.
Squirrel
Like,
lives matter, bro.
squirrel.
Squirrels
but I
lives matter.
like the bad, confident. I'm afraid of the last Kryptonian Superman. That's what one I prefer. Did I really hate this movie? No. But would I go back and see it again? Probably not. I just didn't think it was as fantastic as I wanted it to be. And to me, it was just a little bit above me. But like I said, I didn't totally hate it, but I would much prefer the Henry Cavill Superman over this one. I love his Clark Kent though. The interaction between him and Lois, fantastic. Clark seemed more confident of himself than Superman seemed confident of himself to me. So that's pretty much what I got to say about that.
You want to go next, Gaskar?
Yeah, sure. Just to hit on Danny's points, I agree with a lot of what he said. But I can't really compare both Supermans in the taste of which movie is better because it's completely two different Supermen. I think in two different worlds and in two different, like the one that we got in Man of Steel was definitely more mature, confident of himself. This one, I think he's still learning.
Can I just say one thing? Because you and Danny, you and Danny both said the same thing. I just want to stop one thing. I didn't want to compare this to Man of Steel because I didn't want to open that pot. But since you and Danny just brought up the same thing about one was like, confident and whatnot. Yeah, his dad told him to kill kids to keep his identity secret. So yeah, he would be kind of a hard, stone cold badass killer. His dad had no problem like letting kids drown and stuff, where the other one was raised by kind, sweet parents. So okay,
and that's what I'm saying. It's two completely different worlds, two different Superman. So you can't really compare them. It's two different types of movies, in my opinion, right? What we're getting here is like kind of an Origins, not really. Like you can tell he's
a rookie movie.
Yeah, he's not sure of himself.
Well, he says that at the end, doesn't he? He says,
yeah. Well, he gives that. Yeah, that's the speech, right? That's the message speech. That,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
That's what makes me human. The fact that I'm afraid and I'm scared, and I do make mistakes, and I try to make him right. He gives you that speech, and then But overall, I had issues with it. I love the Lois Lane. The Lois Lane gave me the feels of the OG Lois Lane, and a lot of the scenes. And the movie for me, I did enjoy the when you hear the Superman music, it's just the cinematics, the building falling down, and he comes out of the dust. That I really enjoyed that about the movie. Story wise, I didn't like that control room, man. A1, A2, AB, B1, B2. It was like they're playing freaking Battleship, man. It was like. For me, it was like, really? This is what the best they could have done.
A1.
Exactly. You have 5 guys. He's screaming out. Then what?
They
Why
should
did
have
you
did more
put
like
the damn suit? Why didn't he put the damn suit and go and fight him since he studied him for so goddamn long, right?
Well, I mean, he does that in the comic books, so maybe in future movies.
Can I ask a question too? Just a quick question. Okay, if he was a clone of Superman, why did he seem so much stronger? Being the fact that Superman was there longer, absorbed more radiation, should have been stronger than him, but he had cracked bones.
He didn't rely on the sun.
Hemorrhage. Okay, I'm just saying.
The suit as well. Doesn't give him more power? I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying he seemed quite a bit stronger than Superman.
Yeah, but we don't know what Superman been through because the movie starts with the first battle already taking place where he lands on the Fortress of Solitude beat up. So we don't know what happened. And then after that, you see where Lex is like planting stuff to like ruin his day. Like, we're going to stick this alien in the middle of the city just to mess with you. So,
I'm assuming that Ultraman kicked his butt like that.
Yeah. Ultraman kicked his butt like that, but he was also like he's already a Kryptonian with that heavy like hammer suit armor.
So must have done something.
Yeah. So and Superman
power levels him.
Yeah.
So I remember where I was off. Yeah. So the whole that whole plot about how he to beat him and calling out positions. Yeah, he studied him for a long time. What did you guys think of the parents, man? I don't know.
I love them.
Me too.
I love the dad, the mom.
The mom was funny.
The mom cracked me up.
Yeah,
I like
they
the scene
got
between
you
his
on
dad
the
on the
box.
bench outside when
Yeah.
him and his dad were talking on the bench. That was a good heartfelt scene.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the mom. Like I'm just fresh on. Like I was talking. Daddy asked me what I was thinking. I was processing it still. I still am. I kind of, in a way, like I don't hate the movies. You know, it's okay, but yeah, the whole squirrel thing. What was that?
I can tell you this: I am glad I did not drive 55 miles and spent $25 to go see this.
Yeah, I went to the theater with the reclining chairs, and get this: the first time I go to these theaters, right? The AC was out.
I would have.
So they said
I would've got
you
refund.
you can stay if you stay longer than 45 minutes, you can't get a refund. We stayed.
I'd have stayed 44 minutes and said bye.
When my wife left there, boy, we were like drenched in sweat.
No, I can't do no AC.
I couldn't do that. No, I would have got a refund.
But going back to the movie, I definitely give it a 7.58 out of 10. I did like it. I see the direction that like you could tell it's a James Gunn movie right off the bat.
Dude, some of these comments are so dumb.
But it's true. It's true. You can tell by the you go back.
Dad was too emotional. Grandma was too cringe.
It was. I'm telling you my opinion.
Man. No, not your opinion. The comments. The comments.
Oh, okay. No, not your opinion. Saying, the scenes, you know, I guess I don't know, it was the large screen or anything. You know, when James Gunn, when their fight scenes, everything like moves around really bad. I don't know. That was like
I like those. I like those scenes. That made me
want
to get a Dragon Ball Z movie.
What was really cool when all those guys came in and he used the extra vision.
Tornado laser.
That was good.
Yeah, that was cool. That was fire.
What was that? Why didn't he use that earlier?
Because you get desanitized
on Lilo and Stitch. I mean Lilo or Stitch.
Yeah,
Stitch.
But you keep doing, if you keep showing him do all the same stuff, you get desensorized or desanitized by like it ain't special anymore.
Desensitized, bro.
Whatever, bro.
Sanitized.
Sanitized.
That's what he did with his heat ray vision. No, but like, who did you guys think when you see that little alien thing? Didn't you think it was Stitch? I thought it was Stitch right off the bat.
No, the kaiju. Yeah.
All right, DJ.
What made it grow? Did they ever explain that to us?
They never tell us.
No, I assume it's just
part of what it eats.
There was plot holes. Before I go to DJ, though, I found there was so many convenient plot devices in this movie. Like, you leave your girlfriend doing selfies in a control, high confidential area with, I don't know, man. And then all of a sudden it's Jimmy's side chick. Who
it wasn't all of a sudden. They started that from the very beginning, though.
Yeah. Well, you saw her taking selfies.
Yeah, it wasn't.
She doing the whole movie.
Yeah,
she was doing selfies. That's what I'm saying. Would you allow someone doing selfies in a freaking like?
I mean, it's his girlfriend. She took him to Antarctica.
I don't think she thinks. He didn't think she was that smart.
Yeah.
Well, then again,
I didn't think she was that smart.
Superman. Gene Hackman had all those, ditzy but kind
of.
Yeah.
What was her name, Danny?
Miss Tessmacher.
Miss Tessmacher.
Tessmacher. Baby, her name is Miss Tessmacher.
Not that crazy geek girl, but the original Superman.
No, she was Tessmacher too.
She was?
Eve.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Eve. Yeah, Miss Tessmacher.
All right. Anyways, man. It wasn't that bad.
I got a question for Rob.
What's up?
Correct me if I'm wrong now. Wasn't there some kind of star thing out there destroying the country and the city and stuff? Yeah. And he was inside kissing Lois Lane and feeling sorry for himself?
No, you didn't pay attention to that scene very closely then. The Guardians, the Justice
they were fighting. They were fighting in the background.
Fighting it.
I saw that in the background. But still,
and he had a bad day. This was done for hold up. Because you're taking the scene out of context. You're not being true to the scene.
I'll take 5 guys.
And you're making jokes to try to get me riled up over Man of Steel. It's too
completely get you riled up about nothing.
The Justice Squad was already fighting it. Superman already had a crappy day with Luthor trying to exploit his name and his heritage, saying he's some kind of like ruler, and he just like had enough of it. And then he came home and Lois was there and he was fighting with Lois and they were talking and stuff. And he was just like, I'm going to go, but they got it taken care of. And it wasn't like the alien thing was wiping out everybody, and Superman was just watching.
You see him they beat it in the background. It's dead before he even leaves.
It wasn't like millions of people in Metropolis was destroyed by Kryptonians, and he's just kissing Lois Lane with millions of corpses around him. It wasn't like that. Completely different. The context of it was completely different. The Justice Squad, whatever the heck they're called, they had it completely handled in the background, and he knew that. He knew that. All right, go DJ. Nice try though, Danny. Nice try. You think you're slick, man? You think you're slick?
I am my own person, and if anybody, I made my first review out of anybody on the panel because I saw the movie 2 days before anybody, so I had no influence from none of you guys when I made my review. People in the comments, but with that said, I enjoyed the movie. Like I said, it's not a perfect movie, but I think they said there's a lot of plot holes in it, but at the same time, James Gunn, that's what he does. He has a lot of characters in the movie. He does a good job of balancing them. Is the movie perfect? No, but overall, I enjoy it for the fact that it took me back to old school Superman, the feeling of hope, and being able to relate to him as a human. A lot of people are getting mad about him getting beat up. I like that aspect of it.
I like that aspect too.
I like that aspect. It makes him, it makes him human, and you see it with him being Superman and him and his relationship with Lois. He's struggling with that, and I like the fact that we see for the first time Superman in some of these movies that his decisions, even though he's doing good, has negative consequences from what he does. And you have to see him go through and try to figure that out and how to do that. So, as far as all like the lore and stuff in the movie, I'm not the biggest lore Superman person. I've seen all the movies and stuff over the years, read a few comics, but I'm not like deep into it. So, but I do think breakout star Mr. Terrific. I think they did him good, especially after they ruined him in X-Men as Darwin. He got some redemption. The
actor did.
The thing with Supergirl, I like that introduced her. I knew about her being a drunk and all that stuff, so that made perfect sense to me. I actually like that. End credit scenes, they were whatever.
Yeah, they were wasteful.
They didn't do that. That was a waste. They didn't really do anything. But no, I've seen people have criticism like some of Danny points. I get some of your points, Gaskar. I get. But I think overall the movie was good. It's a good start for this new DCU. It's a good bridge to build off. I think James Gunn did a good job what he did. Talked about I know Dane said he liked him more as Clark Kent, right? In Superman.
He was only Clark Kent for one scene.
He was only like two or two
the very beginning.
All right, let that sink in then.
Yeah. Yeah. But I like how they didn't do this full time doing an origin story with him. I like the way they introduced about 300 years, then the 3 years ago.
Was 30. It was 300 years,
yeah,
30 years,
30 years, yeah.
So
I like that aspect. Because we don't need, everybody knows the origin story of Superman. You don't need to rehash it. Like they did Spider-Man. We don't need him, he got bit by a Spider-Man or whatever. So I enjoyed the movie. I think I gave it a 9.
That's what I gave it. I'm leaning on a 9.5.
Yeah, I saw it again today just because I had a chance to see it again. Still enjoyed it. It reminds me of the Olsen Superman,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me go ahead and get this super chat, and I want to chime in.
I also want to say one more thing. Like, I know people are saying this, you can't compare this to Man of Steel because they're totally different.
No, that's why
their own. I think people are doing that on the internet. I'm like, this is a different Superman. So comparing it to Man of Steel, which I like Man of Steel, I like the movie. It's darker though, but I like the more this bright, hopeful Superman. That's what I think of when I see Superman.
That's why when I stopped Gaskar when he said, I'm like, look, I didn't want to compare this to Man of Steel. I wanted to talk about this movie on its own merits. Because you can't, just like every Superman movie, just like the Superman comics has different feels to it. Like different comic book writers come in and they write Superman different. Mark Waid's Superman is much different than Brian Michael Bendis' Superman or JMS's Superman. Zack Snyder's version of Superman is much different than this Superman. James Gunn, go ahead.
That sounds good in theory, but in reality, Rob, we always do that. We compare the different Spider-Mans, Amazing Spider-Man, other Spider-Mans. We compare the Star Wars to other Star Wars. We compare the Predators to the other Predators. That is what we do. We're not saying, I'm not comparing and sitting here and saying that. I said I like that Superman, not the movie. I like Zack Snyder's Superman better than this one. Now, I ain't saying anything about the movie, but if I had to prefer, I would choose spicy over mild.
And that's
Zack
perfectly
Snyder
fine.
is spicy. This is mild. That is,
and that's perfectly fine. If you want a darker Superman that is indestructible and just punches for 2 hours, then that movie exists. You can go back and watch it at any time. Just like, for example, I don't like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I actually dislike all of them. I can tolerate No Way Home. But when I'm in the mood to watch a Spider-Man movie, I put on Amazing Spider-Man. You know? So if you're in the mood for a Superman movie, you're probably going to put on Man of Steel, and that's perfectly fine. It's good that everybody has their version of Superman that they can watch and enjoy. You don't have to tear down. When I did my video the other day, which got massive views and massive subscribers about Tyrone Magnus, it wasn't tearing Tyrone down. It's just like everybody has the version that they like. Let them like it. Stop grifting. You already did 30 videos before the movie even came out. Obviously, you were going in biased. Don't like, how is anybody supposed to take your word as credible? You know? So if anything, Danny's very credible because Danny had this shirt on. And he was super hyped for the trailers. And Danny's like, nah, I didn't dig it. You know?
And that's what I'm saying. I'm not anybody who likes it or don't like it. I'm not bashing them because they don't have the same opinion on me. I got bashed in my comments for liking Superman. You know?
Dude. You and
yeah. And Gasser jumped in. He ain't seen the movie yet. Don't get bashed. So, and like if I just make fun of the Snyder Shield. That's what I make fun of. I think that whole coat is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm not bashing.
I like Man of Steel. No, I'm not saying you are.
No, I'm just saying.
I
get what you're saying. And it's bad that they're bashing you if they're doing that. DJ. I didn't. I watched some of. I didn't read any of the comments. But I'm saying I'm not bashing anything. I am not wearing a T-shirt out of defiance because I like the movie. I'm just not in love with it. If my score from 0 to 10, I'm giving it a 6. Would I go see it again? I wouldn't.
It's sort of like the way I feel about Thunderbolts. I didn't hate the movie, but it was okay. It was average, you know.
It was okay.
Oh, I like.
I would have. One thing I would really.
Not that bad. It's not that bad.
One quick point. I would have named this Superboy instead of Superman because he seemed more. I keep going back to what me and Gaspar said. He didn't seem confident in himself. I would have named the Superboy.
I want to get to that point, but I got to get to these super chats. Then I'll get to the Superboy point. Fast Eddie threw in a $2 super chat. This is the first Superman with cursing. You might be right. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention too much. And then a big super chat from Matt1306. Hey, I see people's names went back to normal. That's good. People are upset about the Jor-El going bad. I just want to clarify one more time. Jor-El did not go bad. Okay. That makes more sense because Jor-El don't owe Earth anything. He sent the sun to the planet to bring back their race by taking many. He's not a Saiyan. Okay, guys. The Kryptonians are not Saiyans.
I've never heard that about the wives until now, but go ahead.
But about the wives. Jonathan can't rather have kids die than protect his identity. Okay. Again, I just want to put out that the Jor-El thing is not legit. He literally took a recording and he doctored the recording. Just because Mr. Terrific has a 5-second line going, I know these people, this is legit, doesn't mean he doesn't make mistakes either. Like, you guys see how AI is today. It's so easy to fake anything. You don't think the guy who's a trillionaire like Lex Luthor can't doctor that? Come on, guys.
They're probably going to come. They're probably going to come back later on in another movie.
That's probably going to be the second movie. I think the purpose of this movie was explore the human side of Superman. The next movie is going to be exploring the Kryptonian side, and they're going to get into. There's no way you cast someone like Bradley Cooper to play Jor-El
and not bring him back.
Yeah, and then have a 5-second scene. It's like, just bang all the chicks you want, and just
he's not either through flashbacks or actually going.
They're trying to make him a Viltrumite, bro. He's not.
That's my daddy. That's my daddy.
He's not Thrag from Invincible, guys.
I will say it did have some Invincible vibes to it, you know, in the scenes, which I didn't mind. And if I understand, didn't they have a run of Superman and that come out around that same time? In 2003, there was a run that Superman that came around. So I guess I kind of took from that, whatever. But I want to say, you know, I like this one showing his humanity and everything. I don't like when he's like put up on this high pedestal as indestructible, like God, Christ-like figure all the time in the movies and everything. I kind of like this in him being more relatable to us. I like him taking damage, and have to figure out how to use his mind to beat somebody, not just brute strength.
They say that in the movie, right? Mind over broad or something like that.
Brain over brawn.
This movie, the whole point of this movie was to
get our money.
But inspire hope and to show that anybody can inspire hope, and that even if you're the most powerful being in the world, that he's not all confidence, he's not all invincible, and a humanized Superman, which they have done in the comic books, which they have done in Smallville. And James Gunn has come out in interviews and said his favorite interpretation of Superman is Smallville. That's why there's a lot of Smallville stuff in this movie, right? Even the Jor-El stuff, because you go back to the cave when Christopher Reeves was there and he translated the writings on the cave. There was a whole thing where Clark thought Jor-El was this evil guy, and that didn't happen. So if you know your Superman lore, this is just one step. This is one movie. The whole story has not been written yet. So to go, oh, I can't believe they did that with Jor-El. You're only getting half the story. The story's not that done yet. And the whole Superboy thing, I don't understand why people keep bringing up this Superboy thing. Because he gets his butt whooped. Look, if you want a Superman who doesn't get his butt whooped, that just fights for 2.5 hours, go watch Man of Steel. Go watch BVS. Go watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. Okay? Because for me, when I watch Man of Steel, there's so much action, it gets boring. There's so much action. It's just like Superman just punching for 3 hours. And like, come on, man. I want a hero. In my review, I compared Superman in this movie to Captain America. I compared him to Captain America in the MCU. Because no matter what happened, when Steve Rogers shows up, everything's going to be okay. Right, like he's gonna you have a chance, right? Even when he's standing there in front of Thanos and he's by himself before everybody comes out, man, he's still there,
hope.
man.
You still had hope.
Yeah, you still had hope. That's what Superman's going to be for this universe, and you have that character.
This movie did not give us that same. Ooh,
it's his first movie.
For me, it didn't give me that,
and it gave me that. Saying, right? For me,
there's scenes that that did. Yeah, there's scenes. But I don't know, like you're like.
I will say this though: everybody always have the argument about Goku versus Superman, right? Who will win? So all the Goku fans that say Superman's going to win, how many times Goku got his ass kicked? He died multiple times. So if Superman gets his ass whooped a couple times, so be it.
And he wins it in. This Superman is still trying to find himself. He's only been Superman for 3 years.
That's what it's a rookie movie.
Yeah, like metahumans exist. We don't know what happened in the 3 years prior to him, and then
this might be his first like full like someone that matches his strength that he had to deal with. Everybody before that could have been this easy, pushovers. He's basically fighting himself.
I don't get the whole Superboy criticism.
Was this supposed to be Bizarro?
No. Ultraman's
okay.
in the comic book. I don't believe he's a clone of Superman in the comic book. I could be wrong, but he does have.
I think that's something
because he was dumb or whatever. He didn't really have intelligence. You're saying it's Bizarro, and I heard people say that since he got sucked in that black hole, he might come back as a full blown.
That might be possible.
That could be possible.
Yeah, because they changed Bizarro
because they did a Bizarro in
the Superman show.
In Smallville.
Yeah, okay. And they did it in that latest Superman show too. Yeah, season 2 of that Superman show. So it might be possible since he's a clone, and that might be something they're setting up, Yeah.
But this Bizarro in the Superman Lois. I don't know if you watch the whole thing. He became Doomsday, so they got all different kind of iterations of it.
Yeah.
So we don't know where they're going to go on that. But
what y'all think about the Russian relay scene?
Bro,
I was surprised they did that.
Thank you about this. That shows to prove to you nobody sell falafels to Superman, because you do. You're a marked man. You can get shot.
I thought that.
The man wants to give him a falafel, so he saw him helping him out of the cave. Automatically, let's kill this.
They had a relationship. He always went to him. He knew the guy for that. Yeah.
He said the part about I'm going to kill your mama, your dad. I didn't hear that in there. Did he say
he
that?
did. He said, I'm gonna find your mom, your dad. He didn't know who they were. He
He
said, I'm
said,
gonna find
whoever
out.
raised you and whoever.
Yeah.
I didn't hear him say all that.
And he said, I'm gonna find that reporter too that was talking about
Yeah.
But he says it's Clark
So,
Kent.
yeah.
I thought he was going to say Lois Lane.
No,
but-
because Lois never interviewed him.
Yeah.
Remember, because the first interview they did was off the record.
In the house.
Well, I mean, it was on the record, but she
never did it. Yeah.
Devontae, sorry, threw in a $5 super chat. Rob, what does the geek think about Superman? What geek are you talking about? You talking about my alter personality geek or geeky guy? Both of them liked it. That's the truth. Geeky guy liked it, and I also, my geeky version of me also liked it. Common Rider threw in a $2 super chat. Do you guys think the Justice Crew was pointless? No, they served a purpose.
Justice Gang.
I got very the boys vibe from them.
Dude, I loved Guy Gardner, and I hate Guy Gardner in the comic book, but I liked him.
He's a fantastic actor. He plays on.
I like Hawk Girl, but I thought the screeching got a little too much.
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, the screeching drove me crazy.
Yeah,
I was like, well, only thing I like there, when I cheered, like when she dropped that guy, I was like, okay. So
he was good. She was good.
The screeching was bad, but when Guy Gardner was taking out the tanks, and you just saw the green fingers going everywhere.
I love the scene where he's like, he wore hypno glasses.
Yeah,
and he's like, well, he's Clark Kent, right? He's like,
yeah.
Everybody.
That scene
that
where
back and forth was good.
That scene where Lex exposes him, and as Superman goes into that room, right? You see that in a trailer, right? But you don't get the full context. And Guy Gardner, seals up the windows. In the trailer, I'm like, oh, he's gonna go talk some sense into him. Bro, he straight confronts him. Like
he's like, Big Blue, is this true?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I hate Guy
Gardner. As smart as
Lex
Luthor is, why couldn't he figure out who he was Clark?
He was blinded by just hate for Superman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. That's a great question, Danny.
You know why?
He could find out all that stuff and study all that.
It's dimensional things.
I got the perfect answer for you. I got the perfect answer for you. This entire movie, what has Lex referred to him as? An alien. He doesn't look at him as human. So why would he think he had human family?
We gotta get him out. Yeah.
He's an alien. I will say we talk about the jokes the other night on the cast. I like most of the jokes. I thought the Jimmy Olsen thing was hilarious.
Dude, the Jimmy Olsen stuff was great. I actually didn't find this movie that funny as people said. I thought it was gonna, because people were like, "There's too much comedy." So I'm like,
I thought it was well balanced. The one joke that kind of went on too long was the scene when Miss Terrific and Lois are about to get in his little flying machine in the garage door. Opens up and it takes for. I like, oh, it's funny, but it got too long. Yeah,
but she calls him out on it though. Yeah, and then the scene where Lois sees Miss Tessmacher's picture on Jimmy's phone. He's like, "How do you do that, Jimmy?" Jimmy be pulling off.
He was like a reluctant lady man the whole movie.
Apparently, that was the actor that was he tried out for the Superman role.
Oh, really? I know Nicholas Hoult tried out for the Superman role and he got Lex. Fast said he threw in a $5 super chat. I don't understand why Superman needed help from Krypto a lot in the movie.
Thanks to those freaking scenes, my wife now wants another dog.
Wow.
I'm
surprised nobody didn't go crazy about Perry White being different race.
Dude, Perry White cracked me up. He's like, "Stop calling me Chief," because Jimmy Olsen in the old days, he used to call him Chief. Dude, I was cracking up. But Perry White was black in Man of Steel, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I don't have no problem with him with the race swapping. But
I don't either.
Here's the problem, Danny. People only care when it fits their narrative. See, they can't call it out because all the Snyder fans that like Man of Steel got to be like, "Oh, well, our Perry White was black too." See, they don't have a leg to stand on. That's why that Rotten Tomato score, it only works when it fits their narrative.
That actor is a fantastic actor. I'll follow him. He does everything good. I like.
I see now they're trying to adjust for inflation.
What is the box office? What is the box office for this?
122 million.
Yeah,
how much?
122 million.
122 million.
What do we guess?
I think.
Give me my money. Give me my money.
DJ said 120.
I said.
Did he? I said 150.
I say 145.
I said 120.
Danny said 130.
Give me my money.
So yeah, Danny is actually DJ is actually closer.
Yeah, I said 150.
2 million.
I don't understand your question, Fast Eddie. It's a kryptonite. It's a dog with Superman's powers. Why wouldn't you want to have his help?
It's his companion.
I don't understand this.
Well, no,
I think that joke went a little too far too when he went there and pretty much beat Lex up.
Dude, that was great. That reminded me
of Hulk. That was a Hulk.
When
Hulk
Hulk did that to Loki, because Superman isn't gonna attack Lex because he's way powerful for him. So Superman wouldn't stoop that low, but Krypto can do it though. And that was great, man. The theater
broke his arm.
Up.
Yeah, broke his arm.
Sorry, Fast Eddie. I don't understand your question / criticism.
And we didn't see that much of Krypto.
Krypto was barely in the movie. He was in the beginning of the movie, and then you didn't see him until the end of the movie. So, Sean,
it was a plot device. That's why he got mad, because they took his dog. And that scene where Superman goes and bashes up his office because he took the dog.
It was Supergirl.
It wasn't even his dog.
Yeah, it was Kara's dog. Yeah,
it was Kara's dog.
He's still baby.
Animal
lover. He said
Sean threw in a $5 super chat. Superman got his butt whooped because he really doesn't know how to fight. He never had to learn. That's true. I mean,
that's me too.
Dude, go watch Invincible. He's just as strong as Superman. Invincible gets his butt whooped all the time in the comics. And again, James Gunn said he wasn't interested in making an invincible Superman. Like again, if you want that, go watch Henry Cavill's Superman. It's there for all of you guys to enjoy. But this is a different interpretation of Superman.
I like it because it makes the stakes higher sometimes. You know, when you're down, you actually get back up, even though you're down. You know?
Superman got his butt whooped in Superman 2 against Zod and the other two Kryptonians.
Unless you have kryptonite, you really can't touch him in other movies.
Yeah,
I don't think that voice. I don't think voice of that. Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
I said I don't think the man so much Superman get his butt kicked. We seen his butt kicked, but we never seen cracked ribs, broken spleen, bleeding, that kind of stuff. We never really seen all that before this movie. We seen him get knocked out and all kind of crazy stuff. We seen Batman with the help of kryptonite almost kill him, but we never really seen Superman with cracked ribs, broken arm, all this kind of crazy stuff. So I think that's what people saying with his butt getting kicked, that kind of stuff. Because usually,
go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, and that night's going his nose too.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff. Because usually he's so superpowered and so supercharged, unless he has a direct super beam with his heat vision that kind of depletes some of his energy, he's always able to get back, and you don't see all the damage.
It gets boring after a while.
Yeah, but that's always been the problem with Superman. A lot of writers and directors don't want to do the character because the character is so overpowered. Like, what are you going to do with the character?
There are ways that you can depower him.
You can, but if this is your first movie, you can't sit there and rely on. Because if you would bring kryptonite in this movie again, you're just threading the same tropes that we've seen a million times before.
I'm not doubting that, but he used kryptonite to contain him. 1, 2, he could use, like they did in Lois and Clark, use the red sun. That Lex Luthor was able to figure out had a red filter to get him. The same way he could figure out how to put him in these rooms and different situations, he could have done that. 3, he could have used magic. Those are the 3 things, some of the 3 things that Superman has a problem with. All I'm saying is people aren't used to, the normies aren't used to seeing him all bloodied and bruised and battle like that. That's why they're saying getting his butt kicked. Is not because it's not comic book accurate. I get it. I've read some of the comic books. I know he's been like that. But the normies, who are the people that really paying most of the money to go to see these things, that's why they keep saying the same thing. He's getting his butt kicked because we've never seen that before.
But my question then is, who kicked his butt in the movie?
Himself.
Exactly. So it takes him to cause damage to himself. That makes perfect sense. It's the first time he fought someone that is basically matched on his level. So you're going to get hurt in these fights.
Because the engineer really didn't kick his butt. She had to go inside his lungs in order to do anything.
And he got rid of that. He lasted longer than they thought he would.
Yeah. So really, he kicked his
butt.
Killed
her because she didn't breathe.
Yeah.
I think that plot device makes sense. It's a clone of him. So in order to beat something, you have to get the same thing to beat him. That's only I could match up against him. That's why
just like Doomsday.
I get that, DJ. I'm not disputing that, but I'm saying we did. The audience didn't know that to the end of the movie when we saw him take his mask off. All before then, that's what they're saying. I'm not saying I don't believe it. I'm saying that's why I believe some of these people are saying he got his butt kicked. They didn't know to the end, and then they said, "Oh, okay." But some people.
Well, why would you announce it at the start of the movie? I mean,
you can't. You
don't spoil it, you know.
But see,
the plot of a movie.
That's some of the people.
Ain't Danny speaking. I'm telling you what I think the people are saying.
I'm just counting what the people are saying, Danny. I'm not saying attacking you.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to get to these 4 super chats, but yeah, that's one of the things where if people feel like that even after they explain it, then they don't want to think about it. They just want to go, Superman got his butt whooped, but they don't want to sit and actually think that, oh well, he was kicking his own butt, you know, he was a clone. What, I don't know, man. People just whatever. People can feel how they want. Like I said, if you like Man of Steel, guess what? It's on HBO Max. Feel free to go watch it. Dwayne Johnston doing a $10 super chat. For me, Superman got his butt kicked a lot because winning the fight wasn't his goal. Protecting the people was. Dude, I love the scene after Ultraman like wipes out. I think it was Ultraman, or it could have been the Kaiju, wiped out that one floor of the building, and he turned around and was like, "Are you guys all okay?" And
yeah,
like, yeah. And that's when he's like, "Hey, buddy, look up," and then or eyes on me or whatever. Like
dumbass humans. I don't know why they're doing standing around looking at a kaiju. I would.
I only can say that's where I think.
Are you okay?
And this world is another Tuesday to them, so I'm like, maybe they're used to this. I don't know.
Yeah,
I would be running.
They said metahuman's been around for like 3 generations.
The little girl with the pipe should have died. I'm sorry. If that little girl that was skipping by those pipes, she should have died. Why are you skipping when the big behind kaiju attacking the city? Get it out of here.
Dude, I'm just happy he saved the squirrel. And I love that scene because it shows that Superman cares for all life, not just, you know, people. So he sacrificed tactical advantage fighting.
He even cared about the he was trying to save the kaiju. He
wanted to save the kaiju.
Yeah.
He hated the fact that they like he's like, we could at least done it like more humane, you know.
Humane,
yeah. So that this is a Superman that values life, man. Fast Eddie threw in a $5 super chat. I'm really curious on what people are going to think about this movie after Fantastic Four comes out. Which one will be the better movie?
I don't
know. We haven't seen it yet, so I'm going in with an open mind.
Can't they both just be good?
Yeah.
I mean,
they both can be good.
Why we all? I'm tired of us all, and we do it too. The one's got to be better than the other. Why can't this everything?
I have like all the trailers.
Which one's gonna make it better?
Did this knock Jurassic Park out of #1 spot?
Yeah, but I mean,
Jurassic Park
dropped 60%.
Solo Superman movie. Yeah, I think this is the best.
This is the best grossing Superman movie opening weekend.
No, not the people. No, they're
there's people out there adjusting for
inflation right now.
Yeah,
trying to argue.
I've never seen so many mathematicians in my life as I did today. Like people are adjusting. They're like, the average ticket price back in 2013 was $8. The average ticket price is $16. Where do you go where the average ticket price now is $16? Like they are trying so hard. Dude, Tyrone Magnus did a video. He had to change the title when he found out he was wrong. The title of the video was Superman's box office.
I saw the first video.
Yeah, doesn't beat Man of Steel. Then he had to go and change that title because he found out he was wrong. I was like, wow, bro. Wow. And it doesn't matter. Who cares? At the end of the day, just let the movie stand on its own feet. Hopefully it does well and we get sequels. That's all we should care about. Who cares if it did better than Man of Steel? Like Spider-Man Homecoming didn't do, I could be wrong, but I don't think it did better than Amazing Spider-Man 2. Like who cares? Who cares?
You also remember, you want to talk about inflation times. It's a different time for moviegoers to begin with.
Not only that,
2003, we didn't have all this streaming like we do now.
But not only that, DJ, what people fail to understand also, Man of Steel didn't have all the baggage of all the floppy DC movies afterwards. It was the first movie, and it came out after The Dark Knight Rises, which was successful. So it was the first movie in the DCEU. And then guess what? Justice League came out, it flopped. Flash came out, it flopped. Blue Beetle came out, it flopped. All these other movies flopped, so the box office started going down because people got tired of it. So now Superman comes out after all that garbage. So it's comparing apples to oranges, man. DJ won the bet. Give him his money. I mean, we didn't bet real money.
Rights.
Yeah, just bragging rights. Just bragging rights, man.
He beat me straight up.
And I lost by 2 million. That's pretty good. We lost by 2 million. I was good.
That was a good rounders there, Danny.
Yeah,
did they count the Amazon Prime?
No,
pre-show
no,
enough?
they didn't count that.
No. I wonder what the numbers were on that.
I think that night it made. I think I heard 12 million that night.
No, it made 2.8 million on the Amazon stuff.
That's still pretty good. Just be select theaters, you know.
Yeah, a lot of people went to that, man.
I did. Yeah, I said my theater was packed.
My theater was pretty packed too,
dude. I went to a 9:30 showing and it was packed, man.
I went to there at 4:30 and it was packed.
That was 12:30.
That a group Thursday, and it might have had 30 people.
There was a group that had Superman shirts, like the ones you're wearing, Rob. A whole bunch of them. They had like freaking figurines and stuff. Grown ass men, with their figures and stuff.
That's good though, because remember back in the day, people were always dressed up for Star Wars movies, Marvel movies.
Did you see that again? Yeah. Did you see the popcorn holder they had?
Which one? The phone booth or the?
This was shaped like a newspaper box.
No, I didn't see that one.
I saw the phone booth one. I saw the Krypto bowl.
Oh, I seen the Fortress of Solitude bowl.
I didn't see that one. This was shaped like a the guy from Brian Spoiler Kings. He got it, and you can flip. You can take the newspaper out, and they have like Superman on one side, and they have like a. That's pretty cool.
I thought they had.
They're doing crazy stuff with the popcorn bowls now.
Oh, that's a new thing now. Yeah,
they get it down to a reasonable price. I can't pay $40 for that.
Yeah, I haven't bought any of them because
they get like 15 or 20. I might consider it, but $40.
Yeah,
isn't the Galactus one like $60-something?
Dude,
it's
awesome.
It's massive.
It has LED lights and everything. The lights, the eyes light up.
What preview? I remember we were talking about previews the other day. They had a Godzilla preview in mind, and that looked amazing.
Godzilla what?
I can't remember. It was a new Godzilla movie. I have to look it up real quick. But that looked good. It was the old style Godzilla though.
Oh, while you look it up, I'll get to the super chat. Mason Clark threw in a $5 super chat. I've now seen the movie twice and I loved it both times. I am also surprised seeing Supergirl at the end and Peacemaker too. Can't wait for season 2. Yeah. I was surprised with the Peacemaker thing, man. That kind of came out of left field. It was funny. I thought it was pretty funny. And I actually started watching Peacemaker because I want to see what happens in season 2.
Me too. Yeah. Because they explained the pocket universe more in season
You're
making the rounds now, boy. That one in Heads of State.
Do you think with that pocket universe that's going to open like some stuff with because that thing could open up a lot of possibilities.
That black hole thing might be coming back in effect. I think
that's dark side there, buddy.
Yeah,
I definitely think they can do. Dude, I liked Metallo. We haven't talked about Metallo, but I really liked Metallo, and it looks like
Metallo. It's he ain't Metallo.
Yeah, it was Metallo. The dude in the prison.
No, ain't Metallo. It's
the guy with the different elements.
Metallo got the green thing in his heart.
Metamorphosis.
Metamorpho.
Yeah, Metamorpho. Metallo. Yeah, you're right. It started with an M. I was close.
His voice was funny.
Yeah. But you can see where they're like forming the Justice League, though.
He looked really good.
Yeah.
They did him really good. Special effects.
Joey. I love Joey.
So apparently, from what I read, his wife is the daughter of one of the big companies. Not Loose Corp, another big company.
Lord.
Yeah, Lord. Maxwell
Lord. Yeah, all the tech stuff. Yeah, the one that.
What Maxwell Lord, the one that did the thing, Wonder Woman.
Well, he was in Wonder Woman 84, the movie we don't talk about. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I yelled this out in the theater, but I don't think maybe I'm wrong or no one caught it. But when Lex brought Superman into that pocket universe and they brought him to that cell, the alien flying that craft, that was a white Russian, wasn't it? Not Russian, but white Martian. I mean, white Martian.
To me. That's what it looked like to me.
Because I yelled it out, I was like, oh crap, it's a white Martian.
At first, I thought it was when I saw it when they're doing it from the feet up.
Yeah.
Is that the Martian Manhunter? But then it was white, like you said.
Yeah. So I was like,
they said, I saw a breakdown talking about that in the advertising room that he's like look up whatever.
yeah.
They were doing Oreo advertisement, and that's like Martian Manhunter's favorite Earth snack.
Oh,
so
really?
It's like little Easter eggs in there.
Because if he has white Martians there, then that they can easily introduce Martian the Manhunter.
Yeah, because that's their enemy.
Yeah, that's like their own enemy.
To go back to what y'all saying about what going to might open up the Pocket Universe, maybe that end credit scene might have meant more when that building was
off
center. Maybe it's like that because it didn't fully close right. That might come back and be like the reason why it's still open somewhere.
If you watch the trailer to Peacemaker season 2, it shows 2 John Cenas. Like one John Cena shows up and he points the gun at the other John Cena. So because the DCEU had John Cena in the Suicide Squad. So obviously there's got to be 2 different versions. So that could start something. But
I think we're gonna see something too with Rick Flag's daddy.
Yeah.
At the end, he's seen when they made a little comment about now the meta-human seem to be running the show. He didn't seem too happy with it. So
I wonder if it'll be a time jump because in the Creature Commandos anime, he has gray hair, and in this one he doesn't. So I don't know.
I heard they did that in Creature Commandos to make him look like James Gunn as a tribute.
Okay,
that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but yeah.
Okay.
We got another super chat. Fast Eddie threw in another $5 super chat. Overall, I'm looking forward to what James Gunn does in the DCU. I think it's going to be really interesting where we go from here. Yeah, and he might not even direct the sequel. He might just.
I'm curious to see how Supergirl and Batman is going to be.
Yeah,
I'm curious to see who they're going to pick for Batman.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to Supergirl now. I really want to see where they go with Lobo.
I didn't realize that was the girl from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, House of Dragon.
She was great.
Yeah,
she was great.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was her.
My wife was like, "That's Supergirl. They couldn't find someone better looking." I'm like, "Well, we couldn't. I would prefer to have Supergirl from The Flash, but obviously they weren't going to go with that." But yeah, I don't know.
I still say my favorite characters were Lois Lane. I think she nailed Lois Lane.
Dude, she was so good.
And Mr. Terrific, man. He was out. I can't wait to see his standalone movie. I actually didn't know. I read his backstory and everything. Man, his backstory is tragic. Losing his son,
Mr.
his
Terrific.
Wife.
But he's too. Yeah. That's the second Mr. Terrific. The first Mr. Terrific was white.
Arrowverse. I thought you were talking about the one in the Arrowverse.
The very first Mr. Terrific was white guy. Totally different costume, but they showed, like you said, the first time we seen Mr. Terrific live action was in the Arrowverse. And he was kind of goofy, but then we saw him in animation. Yeah, this one right here is the best one.
He's black. He's black in animation. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
My wife, when we were first watching it, and sees when the first entry that Mr. Terrific's sitting like that, and she's like, "Oh my god, did they make a paraplegic black man superhero?" And then she's like, "Oh, thank God." I'm like, "What's going on,
bro?" Negro, Mr. Negro.
That they really got all the characters from the Daily Planet really good, like that sports guy with the mustache, and that's exactly how he acts in the comic books. They had Cat Grant, but she was really only there for sex appeal.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. That was like why she was. My wife asked me, "Who's that character?" Because we don't know the backstory, right? Is that an actual black cat, the one with the boobs?
Yeah.
At the end, all she was there for is just her jumping up and down.
Yeah,
that should be your black cat right there.
She looked like Black Cat. She was a little short though, but she had the wig, she had the push-up bra and the short dress. Jimmy was really good. I really liked Jimmy.
Yeah,
first ever seen Jimmy with some.
Did y'all see what he had Alexa's girlfriend down in the phone as?
No,
creepy toes.
He did. Yeah. He didn't like her toes. So.
That's why he was like so reluctant to get back with her and everything.
He's a toe guy.
He was like, "Are we gonna spend the weekend together?" He said, "How long?" The whole weekend.
I found that so funny because I have a friend who's in that exact situation right now. So that's why I was dying laughing about that the whole time. I was like, "Oh man, this is my buddy right here."
So what's everybody's hate? Let me just ask this question, then we'll wrap it up and leave. Well, what was everybody's hate on the Kents, man? Because I liked both Ma and Pa Kent.
I thought the mom was
Her
funny.
accent. I think the accent was too much for me.
They were too southern for Kansas.
Yeah,
I will say that.
Yeah.
They had more like a Texas, even Georgia accent more than a.
But they were like
Kansas,
super
Midwest.
old though, man.
No, but
slightly above.
You're from the South, Rob. You're Florida. I don't consider it South, but you're Florida.
I'm souther than you. How can you not consider me?
But it's the accents that's what he's talking about.
Unless you're in the Panhandle, you're not country. But anyway, that wasn't a good. Their accent was too southern for Kansas. It made money from the Midwest.
That mom was.
But I thought the mom was funny. The dad was very emotional, as they saying. Go ahead, Danny.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I'm done. I'm just ranting.
The talk with him and Clark. Spot on.
Well,
that was very. I felt that one. That was good.
And she's like, "You got to get your boots. I'm gonna get your boots clean and everything." I was like,
oh, I like when she's like, "They're talking about you on the box." I'm like, dude, that's exactly what my mom would
say. When she called him,
it's a flat screen TV.
When she had the phone on the table, yelling at the phone.
Yeah.
Pick the phone up, woman. It ain't gonna bite you.
For the people that said Pa Kent was too emotional, look. Just because he didn't tell Clark it was okay to let kids drown in a bus, maybe you should let them drown, or maybe let a tornado sweep them, or something. I don't know.
When in a blink of an eye, you could have grabbed them. Just saying, no one would have known.
Kevin Costner.
This is the last super chat, and I'll let everybody go. Devontae threw another $5 super chat. Can't wait to see more of Millie. I don't know pronounce that. Alcock plays Supergirl. I love her in House of the Dragon. Yeah. I thought the pictures I seen with her and Lobo looked good, but after seeing that small scene of her in the movie,
because Lobo's gonna be in her movie, right? Yeah.
And I have a feeling, this is just my prediction, I have a feeling this is leading up to a crossover with Brainiac, Superman, and Supergirl.
From what I heard, hers is gonna be like a planet, more space driven movie. Because the bounty hunter and stuff will be the bounty hunter and all that stuff. And
and I think a lot of that PTSD could be from Brainiac, Krypton being destroyed, Brainiac capturing Kendor.
Because didn't her parents they all escape or something, right? And then whatever they were in kind of got trapped. They're trapped somewhere.
They got two different stories. That one, and then they said that he shrunk their city. One of them, into a little
Brainiac shrunk Kendor into a bottle. So, but there's a movie you can watch it on HBO Max right now. It's an anime movie called Superman Unbound, and it's basically the Superman and Supergirl crossover movie where they fight Brainiac. And I feel like that's probably
I've seen the fight scene from that. I've seen the fight scene from that.
It's really good, really good, and it makes a lot of sense. But anyway, that's all we got. I want to thank everybody for the super chats. Danny, where can the people find you? Good. Holy crap, where the heck is it, sir?
You can find me on my channel, The Road to Wisdom, Mondays and Fridays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm trying to develop a show now to upload for tomorrow. Also, you can catch me here on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with these fellas. Wednesday, you can catch me on Guy Scar's channel, Basketball Scenario, The Hangout. And on Mondays, Chaos Central. The first 3 Mondays of the month is me, Anzo, and Chris Knight. Please check us out. This Monday will be the Chaos List. So check us out 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks.
Cool beans. Guys, where can the people find you, good sir?
Then he said it every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern for the show, the basketball scenario called The Hangout. We're probably going to talk a little bit of this and some random stuff. So, I'm at 900 now. And thank you very much for anybody that's, 900. I need another 100 more.
100 more, right?
100
more?
I'm slowly but surely eventually get there.
You need to do more solo videos, man.
I do. I just don't have time, man.
That's the killer.
I'm going to tell you who's pumping them out.
Quick trailer reactions will help you.
What's that, sir?
You do a quick trailer reactions.
Yeah.
Terrence is pumping out. 10 a day.
Yeah, I know.
They're entertaining too, man. I'm like, okay.
DJ, where can the people find you, good sir?
You guys find my channel, Token Black Guy. Got some stuff over there. Find me here Sunday nights and every other Sunday night with Rob on our gaming channel. And Wednesday nights with Gas, Scar, and Danny on the Hangout. Also, guys, I want to say I love doing this with you guys. We all have different opinions all the time. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. Hey, I love it.
Yep. I'm gonna be honest with you. If we all had the same opinion, this show probably would only be 30 minutes today.
Echo chamber.
Yeah.
So, and who knows, man? Hopefully, Fantastic Four comes out and I like it just as much as this. And you know, I don't want to go to movies.
What were our numbers on that?
Fingers
What we say about
crossed.
that?
I have it written down on my tablet. I don't have the
Okay.
tablet now.
Keep my
But
fingers crossed. It'll be good.
yeah, I'm hoping. I liked all the
for
trailers
the
so far.
MCU's sake. For the MCU's sake, please be good.
Oh yeah,
They have a third financial flop.
Man, I think I'm gonna agree with you, Danny.
Three in a year is not good for them, man.
Yeah, that's hard to come back.
Phase 5 was the worst profitable in Marvel history.
You know what it sounds like?
I'm worried that this having all that on you basically got Doomsday all on the shoulders of Fantastic Four right now.
Avengers, like Rob said, the Avengers always bail them out. The Avengers movies never flop.
Yeah. A lot of people they lost interest, man. They're like, we don't care. We'll just watch the next Avengers movie. Because they started confusing people when they started putting stuff on Disney Plus, and now you're giving people too much homework to watch. It's starting to sound like the DCEU. Like once it started like really going down, even when you have good movies like Blue Beetle, people just weren't interested in it.
While you bull driving, I would ride Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, and Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah,
like
the
a
big
horse,
three, the big three.
And until they say I don't want no more. I'd ride them suckers to the ground.
Would they tell Hugh Jackman you'd be doing it till you're 60?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to be doing Storm's Nation right after this with the other Storm Nation members. We're also going to do an All Superman topic, so be sure to check that out. It's going to be right after this. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the super chats. Peace out, sauerkraut. See y'all next week in a different location. I won't be using green screen.
I'll be home. I'll be home too.
All right. Later, everybody. Take it easy. Stay safe.
guys.
Later.
Ciao, chat.